What's up, PokeMoshPit? Flygon here, and I'm bringing you a very cool black and white match. This is against Vexacus4666, and it's a pretty long battle, just below 10 minutes, but it's worth the watch, so I hope you all enjoy. I lead off with Edgeruda, and he leads off with Gigaisu. Here I go for Bug Buzz. I could have gone for Focus Blast, but I had a plan. The plan was to make him stay in and keep the green health zone. That worked out very well, and now he wants to stay in, and I trap him with Encore, and that worked out perfectly, because now he is forced to go for Stealth Rock again, but that obviously fails, so now he has to switch out, and I'm hoping he'll switch into something that resists Bug Buzz but won't be able to handle a Focus Blast that well, and that works out, but I miss the incoming Scissor, so that's bad for me. But part of the game, and now I have to switch out fearing the U-turn or the Bullet Punch, so I switch out to my Zapdos, which is a very good Scissor counter, if not the best Scissor counter. And I take the U-turn, and he gets his free switch into his Ropution. And I'm fearing that the Ropution wants to set up on me, so I'm not going to switch out and give him a free bulk up or anything. I don't take the risk, and I go for Thunderbolt, and he is indeed setting up on me, so I'm glad I stayed in. And it seems like a solid 3-hit KO, my Thunderbolt, with the leftovers on his side. So that looks good for me. I'm not fearing the Stone Edge here because of the bulk up I saw earlier. Most bulk up sets I've come across and I've seen in videos are Drain Punch / Hammer Arm, Payback and Mach Punch. And this one is a Drain Punching one, and he might have predicted my switch, or maybe he felt like he could survive another Thunderbolt with the Drain Punch recovery and the leftovers recovery, but that's not the case, and he realizes that, goes for Mach Punch just to get that extra damage in, and I finish him off with another Thunderbolt, so that's looking good for me. And now he's going to bring back in his Scissor, and he's going to try to revenge kill me with another Bullet Punch. But that's not going to work out for him, because my Zapdos is too bulky, and I recover back up with Roost, and now he's obviously going to switch out, and stupid me is going to use Heat Wave. And this is a worst case scenario, because look what he switches into, a Flash Fire Shandira, and that's not good, because I don't want to stay in here. I need to save my Zapdos for his Scissor, and I have to let something take a Flash Fire boosted attack from that Shandira. But well, my Tentacruel can do that, but he makes the clever play and goes for Will-O-Wisp, and that cripples my Tentacruel more than a Fire Blast or Overheat would have done. So good play on his part. And now he switches out and sends in his Burungaru. Maybe because he predicted my Surf, but I go for Toxic Spikes instead, and now I realize I completely walled the Burungaru, so I decided to make a risky play, because I predicted him to switch in a physical attacker, because my Tentacruel obviously is special defensive. So I go into my Uxie, who is physically defensive, to get a opportunity to set up Stealth Rocks. And my theory was right, except for the fact that his physical attacker was a Scissor, and I was fearing the U-turn, so I wanted to switch back into Tentacruel to let him switch out and get another opportunity for Toxic Spikes, but he traps me with Pursuit, and that hurts my Uxie, and yeah, that sucks. So now he has to switch out, because now he's locked into Pursuit, and that's not going to hurt me as long as I stay in. So I get an opportunity to lay my second layer of Toxic Spikes, and that's good for me. And I decided to just stay in here, because I don't want anything to take a Draco Meteor from the Sazendora. But surprisingly he U-turns, and here I missed the Life Orb damage. I didn't see it, and that's pretty big also. So I should have paid attention to that, but I just didn't see it, and I get a rapid spin off, so the Stealth Rocks are gone now, so that's good for me. And now I predict his Pursuit and stay in and get a Surf off, and that's exactly what happens. He's going to pursue me, and that's going to get a critical hit, and that sucks. If that wasn't a critical hit, I could have went for another Surf, I'm pretty sure. because I think after leftovers, because that goes before burn, I could have get another serve off. But oh well, that's what happened. So him being locked in pursuit again, I go to my Zapdos because I know he has nothing to switch safely in on a Thunderbolt. Well, except the Sesandora, but I don't think he'd take that risk. So he chooses to bring in his Gigaisu again, and Gigaisu will be solid 2-hit KO'd by the Thunderbolt. And since he's not Kusta Berry but leftovers, I'm not fearing the Stone Edge or Explosion or maybe a new Stealth Rocks either, so the Gigaisu goes down. Now he brings in his Shandera, and I predict the Will-O-Wisp, but I stay in because yeah, I understand he wants to get some residual damage on my Zapdos because it's annoying him, obviously, and I get a Thunderbolt off, and that's perfect because I have a plan to take down this Shandera. And here I know he's going to Fire Blast or Overheat me, and I decide to Death Fodder my Uxie here. So I bring in Uxie, and he's going to hit me with Fire Blast, I believe. Yes, Fire Blast, there it comes. And obviously my Uxie is not going to survive that, but now I can safely bring in my Revenge Killer, and there's no escaping for how is it called, Shandera now, because it's Redneck, and Redneck is a Waru Biaru. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, so let's just call him Redneck. And Redneck is Jolly Choice Scarf with Pursuit, and whether he stays in or switches, that Shandera didn't stand a chance here. And here is the part where I missed the Life Orb damage. Here I go for Pursuit, and this is a pretty weird play, you may think, but I predicted his Scarfed U-turn, and when he's faster and U-turns, I do trap with Pursuit. So that was the plan behind this, but that obviously fails. He goes just for Draco Meteor and owns me right in the face. And now with the special attack drops, I'm not fearing the Sesandora anymore, so I go into Zapdos and just get a Thunderbolt off to see what it does. And with the Life Orb, that will wither him down pretty much, and I can always roost back up. And even if he has a physical attack like Crunch, I'm pretty sure I'm able to live that, because even though it's Life Orb, its physical attack is way worse than its special attack, and this is a really bulky Zapdos, like I mentioned before. And he gets a crit, another crit. So the Hex is starting to be more and more, but that's part of the game. And I can now bring in my Edgeruda, and I still have my Sash intact because of the Rapid Spin I got off, and I finish off the not Scarfed Sesandora with Bug Buzz. And here is where the Focus Blast hit or extra Surf I would have got with Tentacruel, if it wasn't for that Pursuit crit, would have been helpful, because he barely lives the Focus Blast, and otherwise I would have got my Edgeruda against his last, which is Burungaru. And now I bring in my Physical Sweeper, which I decided to save for the last, and this is Adamant Life Orb, so that Sucker Punch will finish. And many people will think, why would you pick a Toxicroak? But think about it. It's a really good Physical Sweeper in the new metagame. It has so many opportunities to set up and switch in. And Burungaru is one of the perfect examples. I mean, think about it. If it doesn't have Will-O-Wisp, it doesn't stand a chance. Toxic, nothing. And as you'll see in the next turn, Boiling Water just heals me. Because, well, he was just messing around now, because he has absolutely nothing to hit my Toxicroak. So that's basically GG. It's a 1-0, very close match, and I just safely go for Stone Edges. I didn't want to go for Sucker Punch in case he wanted to stall me with Recover or anything. So I just go for Swords Dance and hit him twice with my Stone Edge, and that's game. I hope you all enjoyed. Check out my channel if you did, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, later, peace.